According to the Big Brother Watch, the organization that have a campaign to hold governments into account with regards to your civil liberties, the top cities in the world that have the most surveillance cameras are Beijing, London, Houston, New York, and Chicago. Now, Beijing and London have the highest, over 500,000 security cameras around the whole city. Now that's a lot of cameras. Now, do I feel safe living in London? I don't know, to be honest. I mean, when there's a crime, I'm able to see it online, on TV, when the news show it, and the police release the footage. So, I mean, they catch the criminals eventually. I mean, it might take a year or so, but when they do, they catch them. There is still a crime happening. I mean, I've got my jiu-jitsu, so that's pretty okay, I think. So today, I want to review the Annke Nova S indoor CCTV camera. Now, this is an interesting camera. I've been looking for a HD camera for a while. And to be honest with you, I've got a camera outside the house, and I'm pretty happy with the ones that I've got currently. But I thought I'd go with the same brand because the ones on the outside are very good. They're very robust. They give me a clear image of things that are happening outside the house. And also, the good thing about the external ones that I have currently, they have a 30-meter night vision range. So this camera here is the Annke Nova S security camera. It's an indoor camera. I've been looking for one for a while, to be honest. And when I leave the house, I want to have the camera running, indoors and making sure that everything looks okay. So that's that really. But the specific features about this camera that drawn my eye to it. One thing, of course, it's a HD camera. That's very important. The second thing is it's got a 7.2 meter range for night vision, which is pretty good. And also it switches between night vision and normal vision automatically. So there's not much interaction from my side. Also, it has a two-way speaker, so I'm able to use my mobile app, which I will show you later, to be able to make a conversation with someone if someone's in the house, which I don't see the point for it, because I could just call them, right? I suppose if you have a baby in the house, you just want to give them some assurance that you're in the room somewhere. It's quite small and light. It's 120 grams, so it's not very heavy. This has a 2.8 millimeter lens. It has a 2.0 aperture size. So the Note 8 has a 1.7 aperture size. The Note 9 has a 1.5 aperture size. And the iPhone XS and the iPhone XR has a 1.8 aperture size. So that's the F rating on that as well. Now, this camera supports the Wi-Fi standards of 802.11b, 11g, and 11n as well. So if you have a Wi-Fi router that's going to be doing all those features or those functionalities, or even supports those functions, which it should, and if it doesn't, throw it away. So without further ado, let's have a look at how this performs. I'm really curious on how that will perform on the outdoors. So I've put this camera on top of a car roof, and it's stuck pretty nicely because the base is very magnetic. So I thought I'll give it a go, and I'll see how the quality is. And to be honest, not bad, I mean, I'm getting a very good quality here. So this is roughly about 7:30ish UK time. And it's almost getting dark, it's almost getting nighttime. So I've got the recordings available just for you guys to have a look, to see how it is. And the good thing about this is that you can pick up sound quality from the street as well. Now, I know I'm talking, probably I'm overshadowing the voices from the outside, but I will go quiet for a bit for you to have a look at the noises outside as well. I mean, there's not much activity right now happening, but this is kind of the dusk just before gets dark. And this is nighttime, so it's not pitch black, but it's not bad in terms of light quality. So let's have a look at the application itself. Now, the application is very nice. I mean, it looks very straightforward. I want to test the two-way radio, which unfortunately is not working at the moment, and I'm assuming because I'm recording at the same time, hence it's not letting me activate it. But it's quite a shame. I was hoping to see how it works and maybe show you what the sound quality is like. You can select different modes here, so you could flip the screen, you could zoom in, which is pretty good. You could also take a picture, and you could record as well. Now the issue I've got with this is that there's no pan tilt feature, which it's not a big thing really, but it comes with the camera. You can also select the quality you want to view the video on your phone as well. So you could either have standard, high def, or ultra HD as well. Now the playback's really good. I mean, I do like the playback. It's straightforward. It allows you to go to the location and then using the two icons above, either take a picture or record your playback or the interesting event that's happening as well. That will be stored in your phone, of course, once it finishes the recording. Now on the menu here, you could either disable the audio if you wanted to. You can also disable the LED light, the status light, and you could also disable the infrared light as well if you want no night vision capabilities. That's an option available for you as well. In the alarm notification, you're able to set up an alarm, so whenever there is an interesting event happening, it will trigger the alarm and then it will start recording for you as well and stores it on your either SD card or on the cloud, which we'll talk about that later. Now with regards to the storage, you have an option to do a SD recording, which is, I've got a 64 gig card in there, or you could do the cloud solution, which is pretty good for small businesses or small organizations, or maybe even large organizations. Now let's take a look at the night vision. This is a park that I went to at night. It was a bit scary actually, but I thought I want to go to the park and try this properly, and it's got a nice huge field and I'm able to record a large view as well. So this is me walking in the park at night. It was pretty scary, like I mentioned. Just giving that a flick, going backwards. As you can see the whole area in front of you, which is pretty good, to be honest. You could actually see a crime if there's going to be a crime happening, if there are going to be criminals around, which kind of says, why the hell is this guy walking in that park at night? But you know, this is for testing purposes. And this is me close at night. Now that gave me an idea. What I want to do now is I want to make a short, scary clip. Please be careful, or this is a warning, the next clip might be scary for you. So if you're going to jump or you're going to be scared, skip this one. So final thoughts about this product. I really like a number of things about the camera, and the first thing really is the build quality. I think it's well made, it's quite durable, and especially if you're going to be taking it out and about, it's pretty good. So it's pretty strong. That's I like, definitely that's a positive. Another thing what I like about the camera is the night vision. The night vision is amazing. It's got a good distance, 7.2 meters. It's quite clear. You're able to view a lot of things, especially if it's inside, indoors. It should be more than enough for you to have a good field of vision, and also it's good enough for you to be able to see what's going on inside at night, especially in pitch black circumstances and conditions. Originally I thought the two-way radio was pointless, but now I've got a different mindset, because the two-way radio is good because what it can do is that you could provide assurance to an elderly or to a child that you're available or you're around at least. That's quite good. The microphone is good as well because you're able to pick up a lot of things inside the room that's happening. But please don't use it for spying. That's morally not right. Don't do it for that. I'm watching you. Everyone's watching you. Big Brother's watching you. Finally, the best thing about this, the most amazing thing, is the portability. For me to take a power bank, stick it in, power it on, and then be able to take it anywhere and record my footage is amazing. If you go on holiday in the hotel, for example, if you go, I don't know, camping, if you go in a caravan, anywhere, as long as you're within the legal rights, make sure you follow the law. I mean, the only thing is, to view the footage from the camera, you need to have a close hotspot, maybe your phone or some other Wi-Fi. But then mainly your phone does that anyway. So, you know, just here you go, the personal Wi-Fi or a personal hotspot. And you're able to view all the footage. It's just great. Another thing that I really like about the camera is the capability to store footage on the cloud. Now, it's not my cup of tea because I don't really have the need for it right now. But for a small business or an organization, maybe a larger organization, they could store that footage online. The only thing is, I would say the subscription. I mean, if this is a limitation for you, maybe you don't have the budget for it, that could be the only thing. But for a small business or a small organization, I think that's a great thing because you could pay the subscription, which is not very expensive. I think it's about $100 a year. Store it online, and you have secure location where all your footage is stored, and you're able to view them anytime for evidence or whatever. So that's pretty good. Things that I'm neutral about, not really hate or like, it's just how it is, and that's not to do with the camera itself because all infrared lights are that way. When you man this camera, if you have an object close to the lens or close to the infrared light will focus more of its light on that close object, and it will change the focus of the camera to focus mainly on the close object and not the surrounding background. So if you're going to mount it, make sure it's a nice open space because the infrared light needs to focus somewhere, right? Things that I dislike about the camera. Now, there's no email notification. There should be email notification. If an alarm is triggered, I wanted an email to be sent to me saying, oh, your alarm's been triggered, and maybe a picture of what caused the alarm to trigger. So that's something to think about. A link to the product is in the description. Please have a look. Maybe something you want to buy or maybe something you want to have around. So it could be handy. You never know. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video as much as I really enjoyed making it. Please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, show some support, and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about the camera, maybe using it elsewhere or on other devices or in other locations. I'm interested to know where you use it. Also, let me know about what you think about the video I made, the horror ones. I know it's not Hollywood, but it's close, right? I got them running for the money. Or maybe you want to talk about my haircut. What do you think of my new haircut? I really like it. I don't know. Maybe I should keep it. Let me know if you think I should keep it or not. Have a good one. Take it easy, guys.